Honorable Trustees of the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation, fellow awardees, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Kuzu Zangpola, good evening. I bring you greetings from the King and the people of Bhutan, and also in the world's largest pocket, a sample of prayer flags containing the message of wisdom, compassion, peace, and prosperity, which matches the backdrop theme of this year's celebration. I'm deeply humbled to be one of the recipients of the Ramon Magsaysay Award this year, and to be the first one from Bhutan. Yes, I've done voluntary charity work for over 25 years, but I've never imagined that I would be given such a prestigious award. Bhutan is a small country, and even smaller by population, with only about 770,000 people. So what we do in Bhutan in terms of number is tiny compared to what the other awardees and laureates do in the bigger countries. Thus, I would like to express my deep appreciation to other awardees for their incredible work, and also my sincere gratitude to the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation for the recognition of their great works. What Bhutan lacks in size and number, we try to make up in inner spirit and sense. Bhutan is one of the last nations to go through the process of modernization. We have seen our first streets and cars only about 60 years ago. Yet, Bhutan is charting a bold new trajectory of development and human progress by balancing tradition with modernity, economic development with environment conservation, and material comfort with spiritual well-being. So in this regard, I see this award as a token of recognition of Bhutan's pursuit of holistic development under the visionary leadership of our monarchs. Bhutan may not be the happiest place on earth as some travel publicity materials may have you believe. It has only last year graduated from the least developed countries category, and is today grappling with its own share of problems. But I am so pleased to report to you, Bhutan is the first carbon negative country in the world with a constitutional commitment to keep 60% of the country under forest cover for perpetuity. We have made and we continue to make efforts to pursue human well-being in its totality. I would also like to take this award as a token of appreciation of the works of civil society organizations in Bhutan. And more specifically, I would like to dedicate this to the hundreds of people, teachers, family members, and friends who have joined me in the projects, the non-profit charitable projects that I'm involved in. The primary one being the Loden Foundation with its 3 programs of supporting education, of fostering social entrepreneurship that we call Bodhisattva entrepreneurship to benefit both oneself and others, by promoting a business culture, a caring business culture of responsible production and mindful consumption. And then also of preserving and promoting Bhutan's traditional culture of wisdom and compassion. I'm joined here by my friend Sangeet Sering, who was once a beneficiary of Loden and is now the president of the Loden Foundation in Bhutan. And Kinle Tenzin, the communication officer of the Loden Foundation. Please stand up tonight. And also by Anne and Gerard Tagdi, two of my dearest friends from France, who are very strong supporters and members of the Loden Foundation. Can you please stand up? Friends, ladies and gentlemen, humanity today is going through an alarming pace of change. Our species, the Homo sapiens, is said to have been around for over 300,000 years. But in the last 300 years of industrial revolution, we have seen tremendous change that shifted our way of life. And today, digital revolution, which is barely 30 years old, is again drastically changing our way of life. The talk of town today is artificial intelligence and what it can do for us. But human intelligence, the core of humanity, remains as fickle, precarious, and confused as never before. We face multiple challenges of climate change, war, inequality, rampant stress and restlessness. And the primary cause of today's problems is not out there in nature or in the material world. It is really in here, in human greed, hatred, and ignorance. Fortunately, the solution to those problems are also within us in the human mind, in our understanding of the interdependence and interconnectedness of life, in empathy and compassion, in courage and resilience, in acumen and wisdom, and in selfless service and greatness of spirit, the ideals and the values that the Ramon Magsaysay Award celebrates. So through my work in culture and efforts to make cultural values and practices relevant to our present time, I've come to believe that our ancient wisdom traditions have as much to offer to us today as they did in the past. So looking back can help us find a new and a better way forward. And those of you who are familiar with the words of Philippines' greatest hero, Jose Rizal, would know. A person who does not remember where he came from will never reach his destination. With this, let me conclude with a prayer from Shantideva, an 8th century Buddhist saint scholar on whom I'm working on these days, and a prayer that captures the highest human ideal and the spirit that is fitting for the occasion. Jisi namka nebada doa jisi nejurba desi tan nejur doe dungel selwar show. As long as space exists, so long as sentient beings remain, may I too remain to dispel the misery of the world. Thank you.